all, my name is Wes Johnson, President Johnson Hand Controls, and do you a little short demonstration of how our new patent pending product of the left side accelerator pedal, and basically how it works. I apologize for the surroundings today. Jay Leno had the garage tied up, so we have to use my garage instead. Okay, so we may get a little background noise from traffic. I apologize for it, but the best we can do it on short notice. Okay, driver evaluators have been on me for years, because I started this business 10 years ago. They wanted some sort of a left foot accelerator that would allow them to quickly take it in and out of the cars so they wouldn't have to have it bolted. That's primarily how they're made now. They're bolted into the floorboards, very secure, and if you're not going to change cars anytime soon, they're a fine way to go. But if you're an evaluator who needs their cars and needs to move their accelerators, or if you're an individual that travels for business and needs different cars for different times, you can't buy a car and you're not going to rent a car that has everything you need. So this is the one that I came up with. The patented parts are all the different mounting systems that are available on this. Okay, first off, you still have to have about 13 inches of floor space, because this will be up against your transmission tunnel. So I made that adjustable. You can now move this over. So now the floorboard only has to be 10 inches wide. Okay, which is great for the smaller cars like my Ford Freestyle. Okay, it allows the plate to fit. Excuse me. Okay, now the gas pedal. Okay, because you got to adjust this also when you start moving this over. Well, instead of only having a 45-degree mounting system, okay, we now have a 360-degree mounting system. I'll take this apart and show it to you. See a close-up on that. Okay, as you can see, it's a centagon. In other words, there's 12 different measurements that you can rotate this on this rod. Okay, what that means is that if you have a space where your rod is going to be out like this, when it goes to lean up against the accelerator, you can come over on this side and bring it back up where you want it, to where you have more, you move it on your foot. Like that. Okay? This really is a very important adjustment on this item. Okay? Okay, now the stabilizing plate. I did something different with this. Okay, undoubtedly, let's take this out of the way because I don't really need it to show you what I want. Naturally, it has the grippers on the bottom. Okay. What I additionally did is a lot of times people normally, all the other models that are made, you must take it down to the carpet. Okay, because they're afraid because your floor mat may move. I've researched it. I've played with it. If you're using OEM floor mats, it won't move. But even if they do try to move, I can compensate for it. I include 10-pound Velcro. And what you do with that is take and put it underneath the one side and up at the front, and that will hold the plate in position. Okay. I recommend the Velcro if you're going to leave it in the car, because of the fact that if you keep taking it in and out, the Velcro will pull off the carpet. Because 10 pounds will only last so long that you have a piece of tape being taken on and off. So, to compensate for that, and also for evaluators, they're going to go take this and go in and out of the car constantly. So once you have it adjusted in the car, these are sheet metal screws, but I use them for carpet grippers. Just like I talked to you earlier about taking and trying to drill through carpet, the same goes with these. They fit through there. You take and just screw them in like such, and you'll be surprised, as you can see, it's starting to grab the towel here. That will hold them. There's four holes here. You put them around, 3 up here and 1 down here. That'll hold your floor mat in position, because these will go in another 1/2 inch, a 1/4 to a 1/2 inch into the carpet. The reason you want to do this is, especially most cars for the disabled are Chrysler or Dodge vans. Okay, with those, they don't really have a carpet. It's more of a outdoor carpet. It's only about a 1/4 inch thick. So you can do double duty here. You can use the Velcro to hold the floor mat down, and use the bolts to hold it to the floor mat. There's a couple different things, and they're easy. They're easy to do. I'm going to have a little short demonstration of how to put them in. When you order the product, you'll get the full video. All right, give you a little demonstration of putting one of these in a Chevy Tahoe. They have a wide floorboard that's flat, which is ideal for these things. You see that in another video, I'll demonstrate to you, once you've got it centered where you want it at, just mark in your carpet with a magic marker, so the evaluator can take this, yank it out, put it away. Next person needs it, bring it out here, just set it inside the lines, and it's perfectly set up for you. The way you would normally do it, though, would be once you get it figured out there, you're going to have to get that roller set. So you would just take off the foot guard. Slide the foot guard out, and there you would take and adjust your rod to fit this where you want it to be at. Okay, which is by the directions. Once you got that done, you can put that right back in where it belongs, all the way over. You can move it like that. That's just to make sure that you don't nobody actively puts the right foot and try to use that as a footrest. It's not a footrest. It's a guard. Okay, we've already got this side adjusted and tightened all the way out. So your spacing's about the same between the gas, the left gas and the brake and the right gas. Okay, now at this point, this one is good. This model of car, it doesn't have any movement that's going to affect it. Okay, but we're going to say that because the floorboard's nice and flat. But we're going to say in this case, This one needs to have some support so it doesn't move. Now, it comes with two different sets of carpet screws, an inch and a quarter, and 1 inch. If you're going straight from the plate into the carpet, you'll use an inch. If you're going to the plate through the floor mat, you use an inch and a quarter. So you tighten the back one first, because that's the one that's going to have you got all your alignment in here. You can see that's not going anywhere. It's gone through the mat and through the carpet. And then over on this side here, because if this thing is going to move or anything when you're installing it or it's in use, it's this corner. That's why I put 3 screws up here. They don't have to be super tight, just run them down till they grab. As you can see here, this thing is not going anywhere, and you didn't have to drill a single hole. And you're ready. You're done using this car today. Just unscrew the screws. Like I told you, the carpet will definitely hold these screws. All right, and then you're ready to go for your next victim. And take her out. That's all there is to it. If you're having any problem with the Velcro or with the mat, like I said in the film, in the directions, all you have to do is take her up, put the tape in, put the Velcro in behind there, press it down on the surface, it'll hold it in position. One on this side, one up here at the top. That will not move it. It will not allow it to move. You just want to make sure you put the Velcro in, that you have it in far enough so that the screws don't go into the Velcro. This will be too thick. All right, now we're going to try putting one of these in a narrower car. In this case, this is the Ford Freestyle, and as you see, we've got about 13 inches total width here to this footrest. And also the floor mat goes up rather dramatically. And it's not really level anymore, okay? So this is where we have to do some adjustment in this pedal system. Okay. First thing we do, we know we're narrow, so we're going to pop this off. I'll just show it to you now. It's easier to see here. Means you know it's narrow. take your foot guard off, and you see I've reversed this roller. That's because you're going to be right up against the transmission tunnel here. So you're going to flip her around so that now you have adjustment that you can work with. Going that way. I've got it all the way over here, so it won't move right now, but now you'll be able to slide this over if you need to, wherever you have to move it to get this roller on there, which we'll do. Okay, we're gonna put the foot guard back on though. Bring her all the way inside. Okay, so we put her down here once. Like I said, this floorboard comes up rather dramatically. So that's as far as we're going to get her up in there. And I told you about the carpets in this case, or the floor mats. In this case, you can do it with it or without it. I prefer to go ahead and leave them in because the manufacturer's mats have a little lock hook down here that will keep your mat from moving forward. So, okay, so we got her sitting there now. Now, if you look here, you can see the gas pedal goes down there quite a bit. Okay, which means we're going to have to do some adjustment on this side. We're looking at the pedal. The roller is pretty much lined up. We're not going to have to move it. We can move it just a little bit. We loosen that a little bit. Okay, so the adjustment is free there. And now I'm going to have to be moving this pedal over here. So I want to loosen them up. Didn't take much. Okay, so there, that's free. I can slide this over. You can see the pedal. I'm going to take that back off so you can see it. Now get this guard off. You can see where the roller is. Okay, so we got to move the rod over so the roller will be clear, or the rod will be clear on the side, and we just place our hand on it once and see that it goes down. Okay, but now of course we got a problem over here, because now this pedal is way down here. So this is where we got to do this adjustment. And I hate to say it, but there's no easy way to do it. Okay, we're got to be about a couple little bit of turns here. So, and because we're right up against that footrest, we're going to have to get all of our little hardware out of the way here. And we're going to take and turn it around over here like this. And now we'll take it, slide it off. Now this is where all these little adjustment grooves are going to come in to hopefully make your life easier. The easiest way to do this, because of the way I designed it, so if you want to blame somebody, you can blame me. By taking this off, the clamping system is not directly 50-50. In other words, it's not a flat. It's flat, but it's not exactly flat. Okay, and this piece will actually fit on by itself. So we have to try to figure out where we want it at. That's where it's at right now, so we want to turn that back. It's basically just trial and error at this point when you're dealing with something. That looks like it might be about right. And a little bit more. That looks like it's going to be about right. All right, so we wrestled this thing around a little bit, and we got this back up. You can see the parallel lines going across this way, so we can put the guard back on. And unfortunately, there's no easy way to do this part of it. It's just trial and error to get that pedals lined up. As you see, these are back both on the same plane, even though the accelerator is down there. And it asks you to say your tools require a 1/2 inch or 7/16 inch socket and a 7/16 wrench. And 5/16 were over here, and 3/32 for the Allen wrench. The Allen wrench will come with the package. Okay, so now we got this thing in, and like I said, the floorboards isn't even on this. And this is where these other mounting pieces come in. You notice if I sit here, just hold my hand here to hold it position, you see it'll start to twist because this is going down to the floor already and you're over here, so you're not actually giving it as much gas. Okay, so this is where our handy screws come in and our Velcro. Piece for the top of the carpet, piece for the side of the carpet. You'll probably put it over right about here. Okay, that's where you use those. All right, so now we put the bolts in, or carpet, whatever you want to call them, carpet screws. I want to call them bolts. Just don't call me late for supper, okay, guys? And again, it's tight, it's not going anywhere. You have full motion of your accelerator. And this is the hardest one to do, but At the same token, once it's there, it'll work out fine. It's all set up. You draw your lines around the carpet, and you can take them out and put them back in for your vehicle as a evaluator. Or if you're going on vacation, you can take it out. And now the last thing we're going to show you is why we call it transportable. All right, so we've showed you how to mount them on a good, nice flat surface of the Tahoe and an uneven surface of the Freestyle. They'll fit either one and anything in between. So we call it transportable. Now you could take it, pull out the car, grab it like this, and transport it wherever you want. But people wanted it so they could move it for other things and go other places. So I made it totally transportable. It's easy to take apart. Only a few moving pieces. That's all the pieces to make it easy to transport. I recommend you yourself an old briefcase, or they make some nice roller ones nowadays that you can take and all your nuts and bolts can go in here. Collar and the tools. You'll need a 5/16 nut driver, half inch or 7/16 socket, 7/16 wrench, and the 3/32 Allen wrench. And it comes with the Allen wrench. It comes with 4 long and 4 short screws. And that will end your Velcro. And I believe that's it. This should be very easy for you to transport. Pretty simple to put in on most cases. If you have any questions at all, please pick up the phone and give me a call. We'll figure it out for you. Thank you for your time.